Alright, so my time with the Canon 90d has come to an end, and I feel like this camera deserves like a proper send-off. It's been my daily driver for the last sort of year and a half, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at some highlights from my time with this camera, and then we're going to talk a little bit about my sort of final thoughts on this camera. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so Canon 90d, autofocus is so dope. That'll probably be the thing that I miss the most. The 4K video at 24 frames a second absolutely slaps at this bad boy. It looks so good. Battery life has been awesome. Throw a battery grip on it and you're set for a full day of shooting. Absolutely no stress. That 30 something, I think it's 34 megapixel sensor is ace for cropping photos. I've printed a load of them as well and they've all looked solid. Speaking of the sensor, that's also kind of where this camera struggles. Low light isn't great, however, if handled with care, can still be usable in the right circumstances. And if you're thinking of buying this camera specifically for the 120 frames a second and 1080p, you might want to reconsider your options. That whole manual focus only thing is a real issue. Alright, so now that's the boring stuff out of the way, let's talk about what really comes to mind when I think about the last year and a half that I've spent with this camera. When I think about the last year and a half with the Canon 90D, I think about the adventures. I think about the milestone moments. I think about the vibes. Yes, if you've never been to Wales and you're wondering what our strip clubs look like this. Hello ladies, come here often. The things I do to make one shit joke on a YouTube channel. Canon 90D Diaries. Canon 90D Diaries. Canon 90D. Canon 90D Diaries, episode 5 baby. Canon 90D. Canon 90D. And as cliche as it sounds, if there's one thing that I have learned in the last year and a half with the Canon 90D, it's that it's always less about the camera and more about the moment that is happening in front of it. But for real though, how sick does that 4K 60 look on the R6?